advice is say nothing to your spouse. Treat them like an adult. So if he wants to eat 20 ribs, say nothing. Okay, Hans, I call him Hans now because he's learning German. He asked his friend to pile on his plate extra meatballs for him. Can you believe that? But not anymore, because I'm going to say men can love their meat. So in honor of Father's Day, we're going to make barbecue ribs with 2 layers of flavor. First with the dry rub and then with the wet rub. Side dishes, we're going to make old-fashioned potato salad with pickles and hard-boiled eggs. Sweet corn on the cob with lime zest butter and beer ice cream floats. You'll see, they're really good. The sweetness of the ice cream enhances the dark beer. Ooh, Hansi's going to be very happy. When Hansi found out that I was going to make ribs in this video, he came home from work really early that day. He goes, Aiko, can I help you? Do you need anything from the store? He rarely volunteers to get salad or things like that, just ice cream, meat, beer. But then again, I say a dry rub. We're gonna need 1.5 tablespoons of salt, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Teaspoons. If you don't have garlic powder, you can use about 3 fresh garlic cloves. You mix them really well. 2 teaspoons of dried mustard, 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon of dried cumin, and I need about half a teaspoon of dried thyme. But my dry thyme looked really ugly, so I decided to go to the backyard and get some fresh thyme. You combine all these ingredients in a bowl, and this is your dry rub. You can use this for chicken, anything else that you like. You apply a generous amount and refrigerate. You marinate it at least 2 hours or overnight. I marinated mine last night, so we cooked them without any sauce at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. For the potato salad, we're going to need russet potatoes, the baked potatoes that you get baked at the restaurant, in a medium bowl with plenty of water and salt. You're going to boil them for 20 minutes. Then you drain them really well. So I did that before, so we can get going. So you drain your potatoes. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of chopped onion. If you don't like your onions really strong, what I do the last 5 minutes that your potatoes are boiling in that hot water, I throw in there my onions, which is what I did, and it works really well. Potatoes and your onions, you're going to add a splash of the brine that you buy when you buy pickles, about a tablespoon or so. Then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of chopped celery with the top leaves and everything, a 1/4 cup of chopped pickles, 1 tablespoon of whole grain mustard, or regular mustard or Dijon or whatever you prefer, and 3 of mayonnaise. This is the good mayonnaise that you should use. It ensures a fabulous result. Now, what I like about the russet potatoes is that they are higher in starch. 1 teaspoon of salt. Remember that we boiled them in salt water. And half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, this is Grandma Patterson's recipe. This potato salad, you smooshed it a little bit. It tastes better, I think, if it looks like if an elephant sat on it. If you like hard-boiled eggs, they add another layer of richness, flavor, and creaminess, I think. And I like hard-boiled eggs, and they like them in my family, so it makes a big difference, I think. So you boil them for about 15-20 minutes, and then you drain all the hot water and throw a whole bunch of ice cubes in there, so that will shock them. That makes them easier to peel. Otherwise, you fight with the skin, or you lose half of the white part. So that's a little secret. Let's see, maybe 2 will be sufficient. This is salad for barely 2 people. And then you put it in the refrigerator. It tastes so much better the following day. It's been 2 hours. Let's get our ribs out and add the wet rub. And then we apply a thin layer of your favorite barbecue sauce, and we put it back in the oven for 10 minutes so this hardens and caramelizes. Before, I used to overcook my ribs and pile layer after layer and layer of sauce. They were delicious. It's called sugar. It's funny, when my husband returned from Japan after being there for a year, he noticed how the food here tasted so sweet. I guess the sugar can mask a lot of all those preservatives. Doing on both sides. In the oven for about 10 minutes. They're going to be so happy. When you go to the store and buy your corn, make sure that the husk, which is these green leaves, are bright green. It's best to peel your corn right before you're going to put it in the hot water. So we just peel it. Remove the silks, which are these threads too. Sometimes these threads are hard to remove, so what I do, I run a dry paper towel, and then a light moistened towel will really remove. You will add a little sprinkle, like half a teaspoon of sugar. So you put your corn in the hot water. If you like your corn nice and crisp, about 3 minutes. But if you like it more softer, then you have to go anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Jesse.
Cheers.
I only get to eat these ribs when the boys are home. And for my birthday and for Father's Day. These are fantastic.
I'll tell you what, you make these ribs more often, they'll come home all the time. These ribs sure are tasty. Wow, I love barbecue ribs.
Guinness floats for my Father's Day and birthday. And my son Jesse's going to join me. Yeah, it looks fantastic. 2 scoops. It's my birthday. Leave me alone. There we go. Oh, goodness. Cheers. Cheers.
Happy Father's Day.
Wow, these are good. Oh, this is good, Michael.
You can't beat ice cream and beer.
Really?
It's a winning combo.
You know, good. I was so much.